Hello friends, welcome to Clinical Biologist channel. So today we will discuss regarding disc diffusion susceptibility troubleshooting. So what exact happens when you perform a disc diffusion susceptibility testing? So what are the problems you will face when you're performing a quality control by using a disc diffusion method? So we will discuss what are the problem and how to troubleshoot. So how to overcome with the troubleshooting and what are the measures you have to take in disc diffusion method. So very important topic. Stay tuned and watch full video till the end and kindly share with your friends and generate a more awareness in clinical laboratory. So let's start. So first there is important one is a tetracycline zone. So if tetracycline and clindamycin zone with the Escherichia coli and Staphylococcus aureus, we using a strain. Suppose we are using a strain, two strains. So once you find tetracycline zone is too large and clindamycin zone is too small, what are the results and what are the causes? We'll see here. Suppose first of all tetracycline, as you know, here zone is too large. If you find zone is too large and clindamycin zone is too small, by using a which strain? Escherichia coli and Staphylococcus aureus control strains. So what are the probable causes here? So first important cause, there is a pH of medium. So here this one of the cause, pH of medium is too low, so that's why there is a too large zone of tetracycline and too small zone of clindamycin zone you will find. So how to correct your action, what to means, how to correct this one? So of course there's a cause. If you know the cause, so you have to take action on the basis of that cause. So corrective action, you can adjust the pH. So what is the normal pH? So that's very important. You should know what is the pH of the media which you are using for the disc diffusion method. That is a pH in between 7.2 to 7.4. You have to you have to maintain that pH when you preparing the media. Okay, so this is one important thing. So another one, if your pH of media is not correct, so you have to use the other slot, means new lot of media you can use to correct this troubleshoot. So once you correct the troubleshoot, what you have to do? If you before correcting, whether you have to produce the report or what to do. So don't report test result until you correct this action. Okay, so don't take, you correct this action first, then you produce your report test result. Okay, so that is very important. So here we discussing tetracycline and clindamycin zone. So suppose if the opposite side, if tetracycline zone is a small, too small, and clindamycin zone is a too large, so you have to take a opposite action. Same, what will happen? The probable cause in that case, the pH of medium is too high. Here there is a too low. So but here there is pH of the medium is too high, and corrective action is the same. You can maintain the pH in between 7.2 to 7.4, and this is the same report. You cannot release your result until you take a corrective action on this one. So remember this point, and this is a very important. Sometimes they will ask you in MCQ questions in your entrance exams. It's very important. So tetracycline and clindamycin zone by using Escherichia coli and Staphylococcus aureus while using a control strain. Okay, so coming to next, aminoglycosides. So as you know, what are the aminoglycosides? I will not tell you detail about aminoglycosides. You know that one, gentamicin, amikacin. So if we will make one time the antibiotics tutorial. So here aminoglycosides zone is small when if you are using Pseudomonas aeruginosa control strain. Here Pseudomonas aeruginosa control strain, what will happen? If you find a small zone on disc diffusion, what measures, what action you have to take, and what is the probable cause? So first we'll see what is the probable cause. So as you know, there's a calcium and magnesium is too high in the medium. Okay, so that's why there is, you will find if there is a too high in the medium, so aminoglycoside zone will be too small. Okay, remember this one. Okay, so increase calcium and magnesium, opposite reaction here, decrease the zone of aminoglycosides while using Pseudomonas aeruginosa control strain. Remember that one? So same thing, there is a opposite action. Okay, same, if there is a increase the zone of aminoglycoside, okay, so of course what is the cause? There is a decrease of calcium and magnesium in medium. Okay, decrease of calcium and magnesium in medium. So once you know the correct probable cause, and then you have to go for corrective action. What is the corrective action? So very important. So when you incubate aminoglycosides with the Pseudomonas aeruginosa strain, so always don't incubate in carbon dioxide. Okay, so don't incubate in carbon dioxide, which may alter the surface agar surface pH. Okay, so once is the agar surface pH is altered, so it may be a variation in the results, and that's why this calcium and magnesium will become alteration when you put the plate in carbon dioxide incubator. This is one thing. So another one thing, use a new lot of agar medium. Of course, when there is a pH is different and there is a high or decreased quantity of calcium and magnesium, so please use a different lot of agar medium to test a Pseudomonas aeruginosa, to test a aminoglycoside on Pseudomonas aeruginosa control. Okay, so remember this point. So this is the very important, use new lot of agar medium. So this is also very important MCQ question. Sometimes they will ask why there is an increase the zone size of aminoglycoside by using the Pseudomonas aeruginosa. So remember these 2 points. So when there is a zone is too small, okay, decrease zone, so always there is an increase of calcium and magnesium in the medium. Okay, so same, it's a opposite. So what is the correct? So suppose if happens this one with your control strain, what to do? So whether you have to release the report or what you have to do. So please do not re-report aminoglycoside until you fix this action. You have to fix it first with your quality control strain, then you have to release your report. So hold your result until repeat quality control is you are within the limits. Okay, very important, repeat, and when your quality control is within the limits, then you can release your results. Okay, this is a very important action one in the troubleshooting of antibiotic disc-diffusion test. Okay, aminoglycosides. Before we discuss clindamycin and tetracycline, this is aminoglycoside. Very important questions they will ask in MCQ. So remember these points. Okay, so coming to, if you find this normally, universally, if you find there is a zone size is very large in some control plates. Okay, what is the causes? If there is a zone size, some if you put in control plates the antibiotic zone size, you will find there is a zone size is very large. Universally you will find sometimes the large zone size, okay, too large. So what are the probable causes? First we will see. So one thing, the first probable cause, there is a inoculum is too light. Okay, so too light inoculum. Okay, so second thing, there is a nutritionally the medium is very poor, means there is a less nutrition when you are making. Okay, that's very important. So third thing, the some organism will grow slowly. Some fastidious organism, of course you know them. So fastidious organism will grow slowly, slow growing organism. This is one important thing. Another one reason. So other one reason, the improper medium depth. So when you preparing media, when you pour the media, there is a depth should be a in normal. So if you set too thin or too much depth, too much pouring the medium will cause this kind of problem in the zone size more or less. So that's why it's very important. So then how to correct this action will take? So first thing, of course, inoculum is too light, so usually you have to correct this one by McFarland. So inoculum you have to prepare with the McFarland 0.5 turbidity standard. You have to use McFarland 0.5 turbidity standard to correct this problem. Okay, inoculum is too light. Okay, nutritionally poor media, so use the proper media for antibiotic disc diffusion testing. So which media is ideal? Use proper media. So here we are using Muller-Hinton agar. Okay, Muller-Hinton agar is the ideal media for the testing the zone size. Okay, so coming to slow growing organism. So remember, when there is a fastidious organism or slow growing organism, usually don't prefer the disc diffusion test to test the quality control. So use MIC procedure. Okay, MIC procedure for this slow growing organism to overcome with this problem. So coming to improper depth, so this is usually when you pour the media, so the depth should be 4 to 5 mm. So remember this one, 4 to 5 mm depth you have to prepare media, and you have to pour 4 to 5 mm depth of plates. So this is the very important when there is a zone is universally too large. So suppose if there is a zone universally too small, this is a too large. Okay, if there is a too small, so same there is a opposite. So here inoculum is too light, so inoculum is very thick. Okay, here thick inoculum. So here nutritionally poor medium. So here what we will to do, so inoculum is too light when there is a too small zone. Okay, so other thing is improper medium depth, means the depth of the medium is increased. So that is also one reason. So this two is very important when there is a zone size is a too small. One is inoculum is too high, so that's why you have to prepare McFarland 0.5 turbidity standard by using McFarland, and your depth of the media when you pouring is 4 to 5 mm depth. That is a very important, and you have to use a Muller-Hinton agar to overcome by this cause. So remember this point. So what we have to do when there is a too small zone and when is a too large zone? What results we have to show? So don't release the result until you fix this problem. Okay, hold result until repeat your quality control is within the limits. Okay, you have to repeat it and to fix the problem, then only you can use. Okay, so second thing, use proper media to test your inoculum, test your zone size. Proper media, so which is proper media? As we discussed before, this is Muller-Hinton agar. And don't report disc result from any slow growers. So as I discussed, MIC is a proper method. MIC is a proper method in slow growing organism. Okay, so if there is a batch of that media is more depth, is a improper medium, there is a large, if you put improper, pouring is improper, so better to use a different batch of medium to test the zone size. Okay, so you have to fix this problem, then only you have to release your result when you using a control plates. So very important action. So this is also the important question they will ask. If there is a zone size is lost, what is the main cause? If there is zone size is small, what is the main cause? Okay, remember these points. Coming to next, suppose if you are using single disc. Okay, so when you put quality control strains, you will use lots of disc to put a quality control. Suppose in one of them, one single disc, if there is a problem or single disc is a problem, what to do with this? Okay, so single disc problem with some organism. So if your disc is not giving a proper result, no proper zone, there is, so what is the proper causes? We'll see. So when there is a single disc problem, so it might be a error in your reading. Okay, maybe fuzzy zone. So the zone edge may be fuzzy, that's why you have not read properly, there is a size of that zone. So that might be one problem. And another one, there is a bad disk, maybe the improper storage or deterioration of that disk, it might be a problem. Otherwise, the important one, the disk, when you putting antibiotic disk diffusion test, maybe you not pressed firmly onto the agar surface. That is also one important, because when you not press properly, so how much the quantity has to absorb by the agar media, so it will not absorb properly, so it might give you a improper disk result at that time. So this is one thing, the fuzzy zone edge, and there is a bad disk, maybe deterioration of that disk, and there is improperly pressing of that disk during the antibiotic susceptibility testing. What is the corrective action? First you have to note all the problems what happens and recheck the reading, okay, and take expert opinion, okay, recheck reading, expert opinion or second opinion you have to take about that disk, okay. And statically, as you know, one or two disk maybe happens like that because of that above causes. You have to fix this problem, and when you test, repeat testing of that disk, maybe it will fall within the range of that retesting. So once you retest, so result will come automatically, maybe it gives a proper results. So once you corrective action has done with this problem, then only you have to take action, you have to result of that disk, report the result. But at the meantime, all other antibiotic results you can don't hold all other antibiotic results. So according to your protocol, release the result, but repeat repeat the test with the control disk, okay, control drug and control strain, and also with the patient isolate before releasing the single disk result, okay, before reporting the actual test result. Remember this one, this is the corrective action with the single disk result what we have to do, okay. So thank you. So I think this is the some points I have discussed in the first this one. So I will make another one tutorial, so some of the remaining part. So in that we will discuss what is the double zone, what is the action, how to take, how to read, what the problem when there is inside the colonies of the zone, what is the problem, why it will happen, and how to overcome with this troubleshoot. We'll see in next tutorial. So if you like this video, please like and share among your friends and laboratory person, so they will be aware of this, and hope it will help you, and it will give you lots of information regarding how to overcome with the troubleshooting with the antibiotic disk diffusion susceptibility testing. Thank you.